Tell me about your hobbies and how you got into them.
Okay, so I never thought of myself as a hobby person. Um, when I think of hobbies, I think about things that you get immersed in and collectibles and things like that. But I would say Mahjong was definitely my first hobby. And I started playing when Mickey was a baby. My girlfriends taught me how to play, and that surprised me because my mother always played mahjong, and I loved when she played mahjong at our house because there was always candy in the house. But um, mahjong is way up there. It's something that I feel like I do because I love it, but I also feel like it's good for my brain because I'm constantly in deep thought about the hands that I'm playing. I don't often think, okay, I can't play this hand, I'll just play it out till the next hand. I'm constantly trying to thinking, okay, I can't play that hand. Is there another hand I can switch to? And concentrating and trying to make it work. Um, I play mahjong 4 times a week and absolutely love it. I've now learned how to play canasta, and I play that once a week with girlfriends. We've learned, I made your father, who hates to play cards, learn a game called Super Samba, and we had been playing that with two other couples once a month. We've kind of um, missed a month or two because of traveling and health issues from some of the other couples, but we'll get back to that. I love doing that. I like all kinds of games. I'm definitely a gamer. I love when Aaron comes to visit because Aaron's a gamer and we both have to win, and it's always a competition. And it's funny because my girlfriend Lexi always lets her grandchildren win, even now that they're young adults. And if I'm playing with Aaron, I've said to him, I know Lexi lets her grandchildren win. Would you want me to let you win? Would you really want me to just let you win? And he said, you could Lexi me win. I said, no. And I can be my ugliest when I'm not winning. Um, I was really ugly with Aaron, and I regret that, and I will regret that to my dying day. Something that is part of my personality. I hate it. Um, it happens in mahjong. The girls know, and they know that I'm working on it. It's it's a bad personality trait that no matter what, I want to win. Um, I play dominoes with Maxine and Lexi and Janet. Every Monday we go out to lunch and they play dominoes for me because they know I like to do it. And I like to do it because otherwise all we talk about is politics and I can't stand it, especially with Trump in office now. And I, I love all of that. And I say recently, but it's before COVID, so it's probably been 5 or 6 years. I learned pottery, which is the most amazing hobby that I can imagine me having because it is totally out of my wheelhouse. I am the most unimaginative person. I remember when the kids were little, the grandchildren were little, they would ask me to tell a story. And I couldn't make up a story. It reminds me of when we asked Aaron what he wanted to be when he grew up, and he looked out of the window and saw a stop sign and said, I want to be a stop sign. That's that reminds me of the kind of imagination that I have. I would have to look around and something would have to help me. But in pottery, I'm also not creative or artistic, which ask my grandchildren about Pictionary when my horse looked like a chicken. Um, In pottery, I can copy, and I've found my niche there. I've I've tried many different styles of pottery, but I found that I'm happy when I use a mold and make something from a mold and then spend more of my time in the decorating process. And again, with imagination, I never just think, oh, I'll do this or I'll do that to decorate a plate or a dish or a bowl. I look at Pinterest, or one time we were watching something we had DVR'd, and I said to Dad, "Give me the remote." And I went back to a commercial that had a picture in the background, and I took a picture of the picture on the commercial on the TV and copied. There was a woman wearing a neat T-shirt with a design on the T-shirt, and I said, "Can I take a picture of your T-shirt?" And then I made a plate like that, and it came out really good. So I'm being creative without having to be inventive, is maybe the way to put it. And I'm really happy with the way things are turning out. So it's very gratifying. It, I think probably the most amazing thing to me is when my children and grandchildren ask for something pottery. Everyone has, and I love that because it makes me feel like they want something that I'm doing. Um, Chloe said something that I will never forget. And she asked me to make her a set of dishes, which I did. And she's sharing an apartment with other girls. And she said, "Baba, you know what the best thing is? When I move out of this apartment, I get to take those dishes with me." And that meant so much to me. And when Aaron said, "Well, wait a minute, you made Chloe dishes. I want you to make me a set of dishes." I, it just, and he knew exactly what he wanted. I don't want shiny. I want flat. I want matte. And it was like, oh my God, we don't have that in the studio. So when he came to visit, we went and picked out what he wanted, and I made his dishes with that. And he loves them. So those kind of things make me feel, I don't, it's hard to find the word that they make me feel. It's very, very gratifying, I guess is the best way to put it. And it makes me feel special and important.